Right, good afternoon, everybody. Monday afternoon, back on Tyree here, and wherever you are, and whatever time of day you're doing this. Here we go, Monday's class. This is a belter. This is the one that we've been doing for the last few weeks. It's those 2 minute intervals, so nothing longer than 2 minutes today. But oh, it's definitely going to hit those legs. So we're going to do a warm up, and then, well, you know the deal. So you need your dumbbells ready. You don't need them for the warm up though. Ready to go. All right, team, going in 5, 4 lots of 30 seconds on the clock. Starting with jogging on the spot, getting things moving, jogging on the spot, we're away. All right, so jogging on the spot, and we're going to combine this with some squat to press movements. So I've got the dumbbells there ready. It's going to be a squat to press in between jogging on the spot, but it's going to be a press forwards rather than up. So squat to press, pressing forwards, 10 seconds, and then we'll get into that. Right, 5 seconds. There's no change over time, so as soon as we say change, into that squat to press. There's your change. Grab your dumbbells carefully up. We squat down, we press forwards. So we squat down, press forwards. All right, build that movement up. All right, so it's just these 2 movements in the warm-up, jogging on the spot and this squat to forward press. 10 seconds left here, then you're back to jogging on the spot. Alright, so in a moment, carefully putting the dumbbells down. There it is. Jogging on the spot. Okay, wind it up. A little bit quicker if you can. 15 seconds. Back to that squat. Forward press after this. But if you want to add in that sideways reach, each side of the squat you can do, or simply press it forwards. Ready for that change. There it is. Grab those dumbbells. So squat to press out to the side if you want. Deepening that squat if it's there. Oh, hey Kitty. Kitty's in. Yep. Last 5 seconds. Kitty, I know you've missed me. Yes. All right, there's our 2 minutes. All right, so nothing longer than 2 minutes this morning. Stand tall. Let's stretch this out a little bit. So we're going to stand tall. Right knee lifts up, hip height. Hands on hips. Nothing else changes. Just get that kick out going on this right side. So yep, stretching out through the back of the leg and working through just about everything else. Shoulders down. There, good. Right, can we do a kick out and then a side lunge? Out to the side, back up to kick out. Out to the side, back up into a kick out. All right, find that movement. Okay, once more. Next time you come back to kick out, after the kick out, instead of the side lunge, can you do a kick back? So donkey kick all the way back, sweep it forward, stand tall. So again, kick out and then donkey kick back. All the way back up. All right, do that a few times and then we'll switch sides. So already working through those leg muscles, through the hip, those postural muscles as well. And yeah, each time you come back to that knee lift position, just checking your alignment. You're standing tall, there's no slouch. Make sure you've got that before you do the next movement. All right, bring that back through and then foot comes down, shake it out. All right, same thing on the other side. Stand tall, shoulders down, back up straight, pelvis level. Lift up, knee to hip height. Stand tall, kick outs to begin with, nothing else changes. Stretch down the back of the leg. All right, so these single leg movements, really helpful to keep working on. Increasing that awareness as to how you're holding your posture. That ankle always working. All right, so we've got this kick out. So after you kick out, side lunges. So out to the side, all the way back up, and you come back to that position of alignment after each time. All right, side lunge and up. And you might find you need to modify this movement a little bit. Perhaps it's more of a side step, or just Stretching out that leg to the side without lunging, that's fine. So some sort of lateral movement in a way that maintains your best alignment. All right, back to knee lift. Kick out in front and then change to donkey kick. So see if you can find that full extension as you kick back. But again, if you need to modify that movement, perhaps pointing that leg to the diagonal, perhaps even touching down with the toes. But again, whatever you're doing, making sure it's with strong, deliberate alignment. All right, let's do one more. Good, and then down and march it out. All right, so that timer is going to come back on. Another 2-minute interval coming up. We're going to combine a plunger with, let's take that into jumping jacks. So we'll go jumping jacks first and into plunger. So half jacks, get them going. Jumping jacks if you want, 30 seconds. Right, so bringing that heart rate back up again. Ooh, feel that work through the hips. I've just been working. Good. All right, so we've got jumping jacks here. We're going to combine this with plunger, so that's squat to lunge. Told you it was a good workout. Wind it up. Make sure that heart rate has come up. 5 seconds and then going into plunger. There's time. So squat into lunge. Squat to lunge, keeping that low. So again, just these two movements, jumping jacks and plunger, twice through to make your 2 minutes. Last few seconds here, then back to jumping jacks. There's the change, jumping jacks. Nice. Good, 15 seconds. Again, keep that intensity up if you can. 10 seconds. And plungers coming up. There it is. Squat to lunge. Get it going. All right, we've got a quick stretch after this. We're going to be going into that runner's lunge combination. 15 seconds left here though. All right, so a chance to get the breath back after this, going into that runner's lunge. And if that really doesn't work for you, and think about something different that does serve you better. There's the change. All right, kick it out. All right, going down for runner's lunge. Left foot forwards, right leg back. Into runner's lunge. Breathe. Allow the shoulder blades to settle perhaps a little bit further down the back. Feel that openness through the chest and the shoulders. Nice. All right, that back knee, drop it down onto the floor. Reach up with both arms. There. Open through the hip flexor. So you've got the right knee back. That right arm circles around, finds the floor. Left arm stays high. Feel that rotation now through the torso. There, keep that left arm high. Tuck the back foot, lift the knee, lengthen back into that rotated runner's lunge. Good. Breathe into that openness. Circle the arm around, send it forwards. Lengthen. Good. That extended left arm finds the left knee for support. Flatten the back foot on the floor. Reach up with the right. Lengthen to the ceiling. Good. Feel that expansion through the torso. That elevated right hand comes down and finds the right hip. Left arm sweeps up. Reach high. Expansion through the side body. Arms to the horizontal. Into warrior two. Shoulder blades down. Lengthen. Ground down through the feet. Brilliant. All right, shall we do some windmilling with the arms and see if we can find our way back into runner's lunge. Windmill the arms around and bring it back into runner's lunge. There we go, good. Step that foot back into a high plank. Lift the hips up into a downward facing dog. Breathe, lengthen. Good. All right, we're not going to hang around for too long. We're going to go into the other side. Right foot now steps forwards into a runner's lunge. Shuffle yourself around if you need to. Breathe. Shoulder blades down, open up slightly through the chest, that intention of openness through the torso. There, good. Back knee on the floor, reach up with the arms into that high hip flexor stretch. Good. All right, so with the left knee down, left arm circles around, finds the floor, right arm continues to reach into that rotative hip flexor. Tuck the toes, lengthen the back leg as the knee comes off the floor. Good. Circle the right arm around and send it forwards, lengthening to the fingertips. Nice. Again, shoulder blades down the back. There's going to be that tendency to round through the shoulders and close through the chest. Open through the shoulders, open through the chest. There, good. That extended right arm finds the right knee. Left foot flat on the floor. Reach up with the left arm. Open. There it is. Good. That lifted left hand finds the left hip. Up with the right arm. There. Extension through that side body. Arms find the horizontal into warrior two. Shoulder blades settle down. Long through the torso. Grounded through the feet. Good. Windmill the arms somehow. Bring the hands back down to the floor. Long runner's lunge. Step back into high plank. Hips come up into downward facing dog. We're going to be walking the feet towards the hand. Hands into that forward fold. Stretching through the back of the legs. And then rebuild it all the way up. Reaching up high. And circle around. All right, if only that was workout done. But it's only workout just begun. Ready team, we're going into our 2 second rounds. This is strength work coming up for those running muscles. Warmed up, loosened off, ready to go. So this was our set that started with a squat to press movement with the dumbbells. So you're going to be doing a squat to press. I'm going to do that squat to forwards press, but I'm also going to add in a knee lift here. So it's not a knee drive like we've done before, where we've got that kind of rotation. It's a knee lift up into that same position that you were doing a moment ago with kickouts. So squat to press with that knee lift, exaggerating that height to that knee lift position there. After that, you're going into a static lunge, bam, 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 with the dumbbells. You're going into standing kickouts, and then you're combining that all together, boom, with a lunge up. 30 seconds on each, 2 minutes in total, ready to go. Make sure you know what you're doing for this squat to press. All right, I want a quality 30 seconds of work. We do it on one side, and then we do it on the other. Ready? In 5 seconds. Squat to press. Here. Ready? Squat to press with that knee drive. And notice here that I'm alternating sides. That's okay, alternating sides here. But when we go into the step back lunge, and when we go into the kickouts, when we go into the lunge ups, it's all on the same side, as we've done the last few weeks. So squat to press here, with that nice controlled and deliberate knee lift. Static lunges after this. You could get rid of the dumbbells if you want. There, so 1 foot steps back, back up straight, shoulders down. It's a down and up movement here. Oh, there's no change over time, is there? So we're straight into this movement. Static lunge. All right, can you see that? Static lunge here. Static as in the feet stay still, but obviously the body's moving down and up. 5 seconds left, then you're going to kick out. So whichever leg is back, that's the knee that lifts. So we lift up, stand tall, kick out. All right, so that heart rate has gone up again, hasn't it? There, kick out. Sort out your posture, tidy it up. 30 seconds here. And then finishing this side with lunge ups. So you might find that you still got the dumbbells in your hands. That's fine. Keep them, discard them. Or maybe they were put down at the end of the squat to press. That's fine. Ready for the change. Lunge ups coming up on this side. We lunge back. Knee lift up. We lunge back. And knee lift up. Good. So you've just reinforced both of those positions. That static lunge position. That knee lift. Just combining the two. 15 seconds left. Right, live class, are we still going here? Are we in this? 10 seconds left. You turned up here on your lunch break. It was the right decision. Boom, right, there's one side done. Quick kick out, and then we'll do the same on the other side. So 2 minutes coming up on the other side. Team, are we in? Going in 5, set up, squat to press with that knee lift. Go. Squat to press with that alternating side knee lift. Right, remember which side is going to be stepping back here. Yep, I think I've got it. Right, so after this, static lunges. Making sure you switch sides. Ready for it? Right, there's the change. Static lunges. And again, we're straight into this. There's no recovery time. 10 seconds left here. And then whichever leg is back, you're doing kick outs, back up straight. There's the change, whichever leg is back, that knee comes up. Kick outs on that side. "15 seconds. Finishing this set with lunge ups after this. There's the change, lunge ups. Good. Tidy that up as best you can. Oh yeah, feeling that burn. 10 seconds. And there's time. Oh, okay. A few moments just to march that out. Okay. Alright, by the way, there's no press ups in this workout this morning. Just throwing that in there because that's about the only good news. Bad news is we're going straight back into another set like that. So 4 intervals, 30 seconds on each. This time, rather than squat to press, you've got that swing, that dumbbell swing, or kettlebell swing as it's sometimes done. All right, so you've got that one. Static lunge becomes static lunge to press. So a shoulder press movement in here. There. After that, kick outs become kick out to donkey kick. So alternating between those two. And then lunge ups becomes side lunge ups. There. That's what's coming up. You need your weight for the first two, the swing and the shoulder press, and then probably no weights for the second two. Got it? All right, team, set up. Grab your dumbbell for the swing. 30 seconds. Ready, set up. Here we go. Squat with the swing. All right, that weight is probably going to feel quite light, but I want you to bring your awareness and your focus into those glutes. So it's more like a deadlift. The knees are bending, but the movement comes from the hips. You know that. Glutes working here. Good. If it feels easy, then perhaps just make the most of that. All right, last few seconds then, both dumbbells. It's that lunge to press. There's your change, quick as you can. 1 foot steps back. Static lunge to press. We go down, we press high. See if you can press higher than me. I'm limited with the ceiling height here. Oh, lunge to press. So remember which foot is back. That's the leg that's doing kick outs and donkey kicks in a moment. There's the change. All right, so back knee lifts, kick out to donkey kick, sweep it back through, kick out to donkey kick. I can see that I'm just about to kick an indoor plant over, I think, behind me. I'm trying not to do that. 5 seconds left. Then it's going into that side lunge with that knee lift. So whichever leg was moving there, it's the same leg from knee lift. Side lunge to knee lift. Side lunge to knee lift. I know there's a lot of work going through that standing leg. It's challenging those hip muscles. It's challenging that standing leg, ankle stability, knee stability, hip stability, awareness of posture through the torso. But you've got this, 5 seconds. There, all right, march that out. Brilliant. Okay, and of course we get to do all of that on the other side as well. And then we're moving on. All right, team, this is good. These are the things that we want to be stronger at, that we want to be working on. Right, so same thing on the other side, going in 5 with that swing. Dumbbell, kettlebell, whatever you've got. Set up, squat and swing. Nice. All right, and if that does feel manageable, appreciate it, because you know it's going to kick in. All right, so we've got that lunge with the press after this. Quick changeovers. There's the change. So making sure we switch sides. Shoulder press position, down, press up. Good. All right, live class. Very quick with the change. I like it. So again, whichever leg is back, that's the one that's doing kick outs and donkey kick. There's the change. All right, so set up, kick out, into donkey kick. Here for 30 seconds. And as ever, resetting each time you come back to that knee lift position. Side lunge ups after this. There's time. So from knee lift, side lunge and up. Right, team, this to finish this bit of the workout. Good. Nice team, right, 10 seconds left here. Right, having definitely worked all those leg muscles, all those running muscles. Oh, right, there's time. Whoa, right, march that out. All right, good stuff. Right, a little bit of a respite here. We're going to lean into the wall. Into that calf stretch position, leaning in, feet aligned, parallel. Feel that stretch through the Achilles, through the back of the leg. From there, smoothly lifting up onto the balls of the feet. Feeling that squeeze through that lower leg, lowering back down. Continuing that movement, bringing that work through the lower leg. And again, if this feels quite easy, that's okay. Just bring your awareness to that functionality of the ankle, of the muscles of the lower leg. That ability to keep your posture in its best alignment. Strict with your form. And then that channels all of that work into that musculature of the lower leg. All right, keep this going, but allow the knees to soften. All right, so it's like you're doing this with knees flexed slightly, taking some of that work off the bulkier gastroc muscle in that lower leg and switching it over to those deeper, perhaps smaller muscles of that lower leg. So you might feel how that works differently. Okay, keep the movement going, but re-straighten the legs, re-extend through the knee. Good. Again, lifting up straight. Okay, have we worked that lower leg yet? Okay, after this one, yes, I think we have. Right, out we come. Whew. Right, we're nearly there. So we've got time for one more 2-minute blast. Yes, we have. All right, so being mindful that we just worked that lower leg, I'm going to take this back into a jogging on the spot, but I'm going to focus on that articulation through the ankle, gently working through that lower leg. Right, here we go, going in 5 seconds, 30 seconds of jogging on the spot combined with something else yet to be decided. Ready, here we go, 30 seconds jogging on the spot. We're away. All right, so jogging gently on the spot. Gently as in landing through that ankle. As in the ankle, taking up that movement of landing. Taking that movement up gently. 10 seconds left here. Going into a squat to knee drive after this, and this is that knee drive that has that rotation, that dynamic element to it. So squat to knee drive after this. There it is. So we squat down and power up with that knee drive. Knee to opposite elbow. Comes across the body. Like in crisscross. Other shoulder goes back the way. Oh, nice. All right, this is our last 2 minutes of work. Sort out that back position on the squat. We're not rounding the back, are we? Of course not. There's the change, jogging on the spot, 30 seconds. Still driving with the arms. 15 seconds. That's been a bit of a rodeo of a leg workout. Nearly finished. 5 seconds. Last interval of 30 seconds. Squat to knee drive to finish. Here we go. Squat to knee drive. Stretching and cooling down after this. Ten seconds. Right, definitely hit those leg muscles. Oh, definitely burnt some energy there. Good, right. March that out. Brilliant. Coming up to 1:30, we got the time for a quick stretch. You can spend longer if you've got the time. So let's go. Standing, heel dig forwards, hips go back. Feel that stretch down the hamstring in that forward leg. So heel down, hips back to increase the stretch to that point of stretch, and breathe into it. Whichever foot is forwards, perhaps reaching with the opposite arm. Feel that increase in the stretch as ever, not forcing it, just taking it to that point of stretch. See if you can breathe some release through that tightness of the leg. Good, bring that up, other heel goes down, hips go back again. Feel that stretch come on. Breathe into it, feel that reluctance to release, but breathe into it. See if you can persuade some of that tightness to release off. Even if it's just restoring back to its normal length, its normal range of movement. Good, reaching down towards the toes if that helps. Nice. Good, bring that up, and then let's do a quick quad stretch. On each side, you might prefer to do a kneeling hip flexor stretch. Some sort of stretch for those front muscles, those anterior muscles of the leg. Stand tall. If you're doing this standing quad stretch, alignment, everything else is up straight. So you're stretching in a position of balance. All right, other side. All right, so while we're doing the stretch, back in on Wednesday and Friday, 7:30, usual time, AM. And that takes us through to the end of this block in March. Brilliant. All right, kick that out. Tick that off for the day. Good work, team. Thank you for joining us. On with the rest of the day. I will see you back in on Wednesday morning. Awesome. See you there.